Hello everyone, welcome to the video tutorial on machine learning. So in the last video we have discussed about reinforcement learning. What is the learning task? What are the problems in the reinforcement learning? And also we have seen what are the characteristics of reinforcement learning problem. So in this video today we are going to discuss about the Q-learning. Okay, so how? So there are some questions that we need to answer here. The first question is, how can an agent learn an optimal pi star of an or arbitrary environment? Okay, so that means optimal policy which is given by pi star, how the agent can learn which policy is optimal policy in the present environment. Okay, so the answer is the training information available to the learner is the sequence of immediate rewards R of Si, Ai, where I varies from 0, 1, 2, so on up to, okay, so on up to n. Given this kind of training information, it is easier to learn numerical evaluation function defined over the states and action, then implement the optimal policy in terms of evaluation function. So the meaning is very clear that on each of the action we will assign the rewards, okay, so which is based on the action, and whenever we assign the rewards, the state will change. Okay, the system will move from one state to another state. Okay, so now what we can do here is, so we will get all that training information together, and we can check where or in which state we will get our maximum reward. Okay, so that will be your goal state. So whenever the reward is equal to 100, so yesterday we have seen what is the reward function. So whenever the reward accumulation value is very high, that means that function will be, we can call it as a optimal function. Okay, so here all these things are depends on the evaluation function. In terms of evaluation function, we can find which policy is optimal policy. The second question is, what is evaluation function should the agent attempt to learn? Okay, what evaluation function should the agent attempt to learn? So the answer is, one obvious choice is V star. The agent should prefer the state S1 over the state S2 whenever V star of S1 is greater than V star of S2. That means the value of S1, if it is greater than the value of S2, then we have to prefer S1 over the state S2. So the meaning is, whichever state is having maximum value, that we will consider it as a best or optimal state. So because the cumulative feature reward will be the greatest from Si, S1. The optimal action in the state S is the action A that maximizes the sum of immediate rewards, that is R of S, A, plus the value of V star of the immediate successor state, discounted by gamma. So it is given by pi star of S equal to R max of rewards of S, A plus gamma V star delta of S, A. Okay. So what is the meaning of this here? The meaning is, so when the action is there, so the system will change from one state to another state, and immediately we will get some rewards. Okay, if it is correct move. So based on that, we will accumulate all the moves together, and we will find what is the maximum sum of the immediate reward, and for that maximum sum of the immediate reward, we will add this V star term. Okay, so along with the constant discounted value, that is called as gamma. So rewards, maximum accumulated rewards plus V star of delta of S, A into gamma value will give you the best evaluation function that we are trying to attempt here. Next, what is a Q function? Value of evaluation function Q S, A is a reward received immediately upon executing the action A from the state S plus the value discounted by gamma. Okay, so look at the difference between the previous equation, that is equation number 3 and equation number 4. So in the equation 3, as you can see, I'll show you the equation number 3. So in the equation number 3, as you can see here, this function where we can get the this optimal function, evaluation function, it is pi star of s equal to arg max, okay, of arg s comma a plus gamma into v star delta of s comma. So this term where we are getting the optimal action, so which is the maximum value of all these things. Okay, we are getting the maximum value, and that value we are assigning it to this pi star h, which is called as a optimal value or optimal solution or optimal function, you can say. But here, as you can see in the q function, we are not taking the maximum value, we are taking all the values summed together. Okay, reward value is added with the v star of delta of s comma a, which is discounted by the gamma function. Okay, so this is the q function. The difference between q function and optimal policy function is, here we are taking the maximum value, but here we are not taking the maximum value, we are just going to add all this value. So hence we can rewrite the equation 3 in terms of q of s of a. So that is nothing but the optimal policy function pi star of s of a equal to arg max of q of s of a, because this term we are calling it as q of s of a, and if you want to find the optimal policy function, so you have to take the arg max. Okay, so we can replace this equation 4 in and we can place it in equation 3, then it becomes like this. So equation 5 makes it clear that it need only consider each available action A in its current state S and choose the action that maximizes Q of S of A. So we have to choose this action in such a way which will maximize this Q of S of A. Such kind of actions only we have to choose, and we have to give it to our optimal policy function. Okay, so let us see MQ learning algorithm. So algorithm is very easy, already have discussed this. So you can see here, step 1 is learning a Q function corresponds to the learning the optimal policy. A key problem is the finding a reliable way to estimate the training values for Q, given only the sequence of immediate rewards are spread out over time. This can be accomplished through iterative approximation. Okay, so v star of s, already you know its value is v star of s equal to max of a dash q of s comma a dash, where a dash is nothing but the action, immediate action that we have taken. So by rewriting this equation, or if I can put this value in our q of s comma a function, then it becomes q of s comma a equal to r of s comma a plus max of gamma into max of q of delta of s comma a, because this whole thing is v star s comma a dash. Okay, so hence the Q learning algorithm is like this. So the Q learning algorithm is, for each of s comma a, initialize the table entry q dash of s comma a to 0. So for each state and action, you have to initialize this value as 0. Observe the current state. Do forever, that means you need to repeat it iteratively. Do forever. Select an action A and execute it. So you select one action from the state and execute it. Receive immediate reward R. Observe the new state S dash. Update the table entry Q dash S comma A as follows. So because it has been moved from one state to next state, now next state is S dash now. Okay, so for S dash, you know, there is a action called as A dash, so hence it becomes Q dash or Q cap of S comma A equal to R plus R is nothing but the immediate reward gamma max of Q dash of S dash comma A dash. So in the next state, which is the maximum value, that you need to add up with the reward, and we have to assign it with the Q dash of S comma A, where S dash, so S value is nothing but it tends to S dash. So this is the algorithm of Q learning. So you already know this gamma value, it varies from 0 to 1. Already we have discussed it in the last video only. So here Q dash refers to the learner estimate or hypothesis of a actual Q function. So Q dash is nothing but it's a hypothesis or it's a learner estimate. Okay, let us see one example here to illustrate this Q learning algorithm. So as you can see, again the box are given here. So this is the initial state and this is the next state. Okay, what we have done here, just check it. The agent moves one cell to the right in its grid word and receives the immediate reward 0 for its transition. So you can see here it is moving towards right. Okay, so wherever right value is there, so for that value, as you can see, you have to apply this training equation. So that is Q dash of S comma equal to R plus gamma of max of Q dash cap of S dash comma A dash. To define its estimate Q for the state action transition, it is just executed. So what is the change that you are seeing here from initial state to the next state? As you can see in the diagram, there is only one change. So here the left move is not considered and downwards move is also not considered when you just check it. But here there is a right move which is already having the reward as 100. So 100 is the maximum value. But this one, it is actually 73 in the initial state. Now it has been changed to 90. That means we are increasing it by 17 plus 17 value because we are moving towards the right direction, correct direction. So we are for this move, we are adding up 17 reward. So if we want to move towards the right, okay. So 17 reward value has been added to this first 73. So then it becomes 90. So you can ask me, sir, why 17 is added? So you can add, if you apply this equation, you will get it as 17, and that 17 will be added here because here we will take gamma value which is in between 0 to 1. Okay, you can take any value. So here when they done this equation, they got 17. So 17 value will be added with 73. So for 100 we cannot add because it's a maximum value, which leads us to the goal state. Okay. So as you can see here, yeah, as I already told you. So gamma value he has considered as 0.9. So you can consider it as also 0.7 or 0.6 because its value varies between 0 to 1. So here what they have considered, as you can see here, 0, reward value is 0, gamma value they have considered as 0.9, max of, so what are the state values here? Max of, you can see here the R state, it is this state. So it is 66 value as well as 81 value is there and 100 value is there. Okay, so 66, 81, 100. Okay, so out of this, which is maximum? 100 is maximum. So 100 into 90, 0.9, it becomes 90. Hence the value is 90 over here. Whichever is moving towards right, its value is 90. Okay, because if we start from this state and we want to move towards right, then the state is this. Okay. So in this state, how many values are there? In this state, we have 3 values, 100, 81 and 66. Out of this, which is maximum value? 100 is the maximum value. And here gamma value, they have taken it as 0.9. Okay, so discounted value, which is they have taken it as 0.9 and apply this formula and you will get the result as 90 and change the value as 90. I think this is clear to all of you, right? So once again, you can see. Okay, let us see the convergence. Will the Q learning algorithm converge towards action Q towards a Q equal to the true Q function? Okay, so when we learn this Q learning algorithm, will it converge towards a Q equal to the true Q function? So the answer is yes, under certain conditions. So these are the three conditions under which the Q is equal to the Q functions. It is already discussed already. If you go through my previous video and this video, so all these 3 points I have discussed just now. So you can go through these three conditions. First one is assume the system is deterministic. MDP, what is MDP? Already we have studied in yesterday's video. Then assume the immediate reward values are bounded. That is, there exists some positive constant C such that for all states S and action A, so it is a mod value. Mod value is nothing but always it will give the positive value. Even though we will get R of S comma A as negative, when we apply mod, we will definitely get it as positive value. Next is assume the agent selects action in such a fashion that it visits every possible state action pair infinitely often. Okay. So there is a theorem of convergence, okay, which is called as macro decision process for Q learning. So you can go to the theorem as well as proof is available. Okay, so I don't want to explain this proof, so you can go through the notes. It's just a theory concept. If you read it, you can easily get almost all things in this proof we have discussed. Okay, so in the next video, I'll start with the last chapter of your fifth module, that is evaluating hypothesis. Right? It's your homework to go through this theorem. Okay, so this deterministic macro decision process for convergence of Q learning. So this theorem you can go through the notes. Okay, thank you.